Hire the best process server in Bethany, Oklahoma as you find the best private detective agency in Bethany, Oklahoma. Many times, process servers in Bethany, Oklahoma, and private investigators in Bethany, Oklahoma from the best private investigation agencies serve as the backbone of American jurisprudence. Sadly, many people do not even know what Bethany process servers and Bethany private investigators from the best Bethany private investigation agencies are or what they do. Many persons do not even know what process servers in Bethany, Oak, and private detectives in Bethany, Oak from the best private detective agencies in Bethany, Oak are, unless perhaps they have seen a show about them on television or online media, until the urgent time when they need to hire a process server and need to hire a private investigator from the best private investigation agency in Bethany. To assist with this familiarization process, the owners of our private detective agency in Bethany, Oklahoma have put together a series of questions and accompanying answers about matters pertaining to being able to locate a private detective near me and to locate a process server near me from a private investigation agency near me. Indeed, it can be especially difficult to find a process server near me and to find a private investigator near me from the best private investigation agency near me, but our process server in Bethany, Oklahoma, and private detective in Bethany, Oklahoma FAQs aim to help make this process easier and stress-free. Thus, the questions and their accompanying questions answers about process servers in Bethany and private detectives in Bethany from the best private detective agencies in Bethany are as follow.
Hire the best process server in Bethany, Oklahoma as you find the best private detective agency in Bethany, Oklahoma.
To become a process server at a private investigator in Oklahoma, there are only a few steps you must take. Firstly, you must ensure that you pre-qualify to fill out a process server in Oklahoma application. These pre-qualifications are as follow. 1. You must be at least 18 years of age. 2. You must not have any felony convictions pending charges or violent misdemeanor convictions pending charges. 3. You must be of sound moral character. 4. You must have been a resident of Oklahoma for the past 6 months or a resident of the county in which you are applying for a process server in Oklahoma license for the past 30 days. 5. You must have legal permission to work in the United States. A. U.S. citizenship, possession of a permanent residence card, etc. 6. You must have never been required to register as a sex offender nor be currently registered as a sex offender. 7. You must have not had a process server license revoked by a judge within the last 5 years and under no circumstances revoked more than twice. If you satisfy these prerequisites, then you are welcome to apply to become a process server in Oklahoma at a private investigation agency in Bethany, Oklahoma. To formally apply to become a process server in Oklahoma, you need to successfully complete the following steps. 1. Process servers in Bethany. Oak from private investigation agencies in Bethany. Oak must fill out a process server in Oklahoma license application and pay the associated fee. Please do this step first, as it takes about 5 weeks from the day you do this to have the judge review your process server in Oklahoma application. 2. Process servers in Bethany, Oklahoma from private detective agencies in Bethany. Oklahoma must obtain a process server bond from a great insurance company like Sherman Hume in Oklahoma City, OKID. 3. Process servers in Bethany, Oak from private detective agencies in Bethany. Oak must file notice of your process server license application in an official Oklahoma legal paper, such as the Journal Record. 4. Process servers in Bethany from private investigation agencies in Bethany must obtain 2 passport-sized photographs from somewhere like CVS, Walgreens, FedEx office, etc. When it comes time for your court hearing date, process servers in Bethany, Oklahoma, and private investigators in Bethany, Oklahoma from the best private detective agencies in Bethany, Oklahoma do not have to show up for it unless they want to out of curiosity. Unless there is an issue with one of the prequalification requirements, an absence of a process server bond, the passport photos, published notice of the Oklahoma process server application, etc. These matters usually go off without a hitch for a process server in Bethany and a private investigator in Bethany from a private investigation agency in Bethany.
What is nationwide skip tracing, and how do process servers in Bethany, Oklahoma, and private detectives in Bethany, Oklahoma conduct a skip trace service?
Nationwide skip tracing is when a process server, skip tracer, and private detective from a private investigation agency obtains some basic information about a missing person from a client in an attempt to locate a missing person and to find a missing person. Indeed, after obtaining the basic information about the person of interest, POI, the private investigator in Bethany, Oak, process server in Bethany, Oak, and skip tracer at a private investigation agency can enter this information into their system for their skip trace service to locate missing children and to find missing children's new addresses. A skip trace service is very inexpensive and does not cost very much at all to locate missing kids and to find missing kids. If you need to hire a process server and wish to hire a private investigator at our best private investigation agency to help you locate missing people and to find missing people with our skip tracing service, then you have certainly come to the right place. Please locate a process server near me and locate a private investigator near me from our best private investigation agency near me today for more information.
How much is a witness fee in Oklahoma?
As of the date of this writing, witness fees for subpoenas for deposition testimony tend to be about $40 per day and about $0.60 per mile to and from the witness's home and the courthouse place of testimony. The amounts are nominal and cover a bare minimum of time and mileage, so as not to inconvenience the witness and provide them with a valid reason not to appear to testify. Likewise, subpoenas duces to come to produce documents tends to be about $10-25 for smaller amounts of printing items, while very large amounts would obviously necessitate additional compensation so as to help cover the costs of copying, the associated time, etc. Subpoenas duces tecum do not require anyone to personally come testify before a court, deposition, or other administrative hearing.
Can a felon be a process server?
No, process servers and private investigators at private investigation agencies in Bethany, Oak, among other certain violent misdemeanor offenses, may not have any felony convictions or pending criminal charges. Of course, if a governor has granted a pardon for the offenses, then a process server in Bethany, Oak, from a private investigation agency in Bethany, Oak, would once again become eligible to become a process server in Oklahoma.
What happens if a process server cannot serve you in Oklahoma?
If a process server in Bethany, Oak, and a private investigator in Bethany, Oak, from the best private detective agency in Bethany, Oak, is unable to locate missing persons and find missing persons to serve them with court papers, they still have several options to locate missing persons and to find a missing person to try to serve them. These options include, but are not limited to, the following. A skip trace service. You can always hire a private investigator near me and hire a process server near me from our private investigation agency near me to conduct a nationwide skip trace service on your behalf. Our skip tracers, process servers, and private investigators at our private detective agency stand ready and willing to locate missing kids and to find missing kids by taking certain information about adults and running it through their skip tracing database. Skip tracing is quick, easy, and our real estate skip traces make it easy to find missing children and to locate missing children. B. Mail forwarding check. Whenever someone moves from one residence to another, that individual may very likely fill out a forwarding mail request with the post office. This enables the United States Postal Service, USPS, to know what new address to forward that person's mail to. Most people do not have access to this special privileged information, but when our process servers in Bethany, skip tracers, and private investigators in Bethany from our private investigation agency in Bethany go to the USPS and present a special form, they get immediate access to that new address information. Thus, this is yet another of many methods by which you can hire the best process server and hire the best private investigator from the best private investigation agency near me to locate runaway kids and to find runaway kids. C. License plate check. Sometimes our private investigators in Bethany, Oak, and process servers in Bethany, Oak from our private detective agency in Bethany, Oak spot vehicles while on surveillance, trying to serve someone, etc., which require the confirmation of the owner's name and address. When this occurs, you can hire a private detective near me and can hire a process server near me from the best private investigation agency near me to conduct private investigations in Bethany, Oak by obtaining the name and address information of the owners of a vehicle to help locate missing persons and to find missing people. D. Post office box check. Some people opt to obtain a post office box P.O. box to receive mail at. This P.O. box number might very well show up while a skip tracer, process server, and private investigator from our private detective agency conducts a skip trace service on your behalf. Every person who applies for a post office box with the USPS must also list an individual or company's name and a physical address. By filling out a special form, our process servers in Bethany, Oklahoma, skip tracers, and private investigators in Bethany, Oklahoma from our best private investigation agency in Bethany, Oklahoma can locate missing persons and can find missing persons by receiving the physical address and name associated with the P.O. box from the postal workers at the United States Postal Service. E. Actively monitoring social media accounts. You can also hire a private detective near me and hire a process server near me to actively monitor the social media accounts of a person of interest, POI. Indeed, a process server in Bethany, Oak, and a private investigator in Bethany, Oak from a private investigation agency in Bethany, Oak can try to get the POI to add them as a friend on social media accounts, thereby granting access to all the personal information the POI shares with others. This information might include such things as the following: where the POI is at, whom the POI is with, what the POI is doing, the day and time the POI is doing something. This information can be very useful in being able to find a missing person and to locate a missing person, and it can also help greatly with process serving and private investigations. F. Catfishing. Catfishing individuals is especially useful in romance scam private investigations and cheating spouse private investigations. You can hire a process server near me, hire a skip tracer near me, and hire a private investigator near me from a private investigation agency near me to create fake romance and sex profiles. That way, our process servers in Bethany and private investigators in Bethany from our private detective agency in Bethany can use those fake sex and romance profiles to locate those of the POI and to try to get them to meet up with our process server, skip tracer, and or private investigator from our best private investigation agency. G. Going door to door. One definite way to help locate a missing persona and to find a missing person is to go door to door to people who might know the individual or who might know of the person of interest's POI's whereabouts. This method can take time and costs money, but it can certainly be effective when used in conjunction with other methods to locate missing people and to find missing kids, and or when other tactics to find missing children and to locate missing children have failed. H. Surveillance. One of the most effective, though time-consuming and expensive, ways to locate missing persons and to find missing persons is to hire a private detective and to hire a process server from a private investigation agency to conduct surveillance upon an individual. A process server in Bethany, Oklahoma, a skip tracer, and a private investigator in Bethany, Oklahoma from a private detective agency in Bethany, Oklahoma can wait and watch at offices, residential areas, or even around other people or places the person of interest, POI, likes to visit. I. Social media scan deep internet search, a process server in Bethany, Oak, a skip tracer, and a private investigator in Bethany, Oak from our best private investigation agency in Bethany, O can also perform a social media scan deep internet search upon an individual to pull up their public posts and other public posts people have made about her him them, as well as public news stories about the individual and some of the POI's social media websites. This can complement nationwide skip tracing very much, as it can help locate a missing person and find a missing person for you. Much more. As you can see, there are many ways that our process servers in Bethany, Oklahoma, and our private investigators in Bethany, Oklahoma from our private investigation agency in Bethany, Oklahoma can use to help find missing persons and to locate missing kids if they cannot get service of process completed successfully. Find a process server near me and find a private detective near me from our best private investigation agency near me today. Please subscribe our channel and share with your friends. Contact us today at 405-435-8355 or email Michaela at @ogpslegal.com for a free consultation.